Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to design this user control, that is customer details. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description where I put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to design this employee user control and all these tabs. Okay, so I'm going to design this one first, and after that this one, and finally this one. And in the next video, I'm going to back and code for this. Okay, so let's start with the designing part. So we are working on the project which name is hotel management video. So I'm moving back over here. So the part till here is done in previous video. Let me show you the progress by starting this project. Logging, and here you can see this in customer details, everything is working. Okay, so when I click on employee, nothing happens. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to design the employee table. Okay, so let me do that. Let me minimize this. First thing what we have to do is we have to actually add one user control. For that, just go to Solution Explorer, click on this, right click on add new item, and after this you have to click on user control, and after this I'm going to change the name of this one to employee UC underscore employee. You can name whatever you want, but I'm going to name this, and click on add, and this will add a new user control. After this what we have to do is we have to set the size for this user control. So let me set the size for that user control from the previous one. So click on this, let me maximize this, copy the size from here, move back over here, click on this, right click, go to properties, and you have to just paste it or manually write it 1342, 583. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background color for this one. So search for back color, and I'm going to change this one to something like red so that we can see the difference. After this what we have to do is just go to toolbox and search for Guna 2 ellipse, just drag and drop it over here, and after this what we have to do is just change this one to 30, select this target modifier, just click on this, you see employee, copy this one, move back to dashboard. Okay, so let me open the dashboard, paste it, click on this, change this one and select dashboard. Okay, just save this. Now what we have to do is we have to actually add user control by dragging it to over here. So but here you can see UC underscore employee is not visible. So what we have to do is we have to just start and exit, and after that that user control currently we have added will be now visible inside the toolbox. So I have started the project, and now I'm going to simply close this, and when I move back to toolbox, here you can see this, we have user control employee. What we have to do is we have to just drag and drop it over here and just put it on the right position so that we can see it fits on the position or not. Now here we have placed the user control. After this what we have to do is we have to actually link this one with this employee button. Okay, so when I double click on this, we move over here, and after this what we have to do is we have to just write UC underscore employee dot visible is equal to true. After this UC underscore employee dot bring to front. And one more thing what we have to do is when this form loads, I want to hide that. Okay, so where it is? Okay. Here we have this dashboard load, and first thing what I want is UC underscore employee dot visible is equal to false. I need this. Start this and let's see what happens. Now when I click on employee button, now log in. Okay, so when I click on this, yeah, this is filled and it's perfectly working fine. After this what we have to do is we have to add the stuff over there on this employee table. Okay, So before adding stuff inside this, first I want to change the back color to white. Okay, so right click and go to properties, go to back color, just click on this, select the white, save it, and move back to the dashboard. First start so that the changes we made is perfectly applied to the user control. After this, we have to delete this user control and we have to add this once again, and this will be in the white color this time. Here you can see this, and we have to put this one on the proper position. So I'm going to put this. Okay, so now this one is on the proper position, and I'm going to save this, move back to the user control employee. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually add one label first. So I'm going to copy this label for now and going to paste it over here. And what we have to do is we have to change the text of this one to employee. If you are worried about what is the font size of this one, so I'm going to show you the font size and which font I'm using in this. So font I'm using is Century Gothic and it's regular and size is 20. So hit OK, and after this what we have to do is we have to add one stuff that is nothing but tab. Okay, so search for tab control and you will find this one. You have to just drag and drop it over here, and after this what we have to do is let me just copy the size of this tab from our complete project. So I'm going to open this new hotel, just click on this and let me copy the size. You have to do the same. You have to just right click and go to properties, and there you have to find the size and you have to mention this manually 1027,430 and hit enter. So now this will be maximized and cover all the screen whatever we want, the size of this one. Okay, after this let me start this and let's see if this covers the entire screen or not. So start this, login. When I click on employee, you can see this one is not that much large, so I want to stretch this till over here. So on the basis of that I'm going to stretch this one. So just close this. Okay, finally what we have to do is we have to fill the empty space by stretching this one, and in the same way we have to do for the bottom side. Now again start this and let's see. You have to do the same in your system. If your display is large or much more resolution, then you can do that. Okay, so now this one fits properly. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to change the name of this and we have to add one more tab because we need 3 tabs. Okay, so I have closed the application. Let me move back over here to the top and we have to add one more tab. So right click and click on add tab. Now third tab is added. After this, first tab name is what? So we have to change the text for this tab. So right click and go to properties, and in this we have to change the tab name. Okay, so search for, let me do that. Okay, so we have to click on this tab page and this small dots, click on this. Here you can see this tab page 1, just click on this, and after this what we have to do is we have to search for name. Here you can see this text, not this name. This is the design name, that is the backend name which we are going to use. So I'm not going to change that one for now. So first thing we have to change the text for this one. So what is the text for first is employee registration. Hit enter, and now you can observe the text is now changed. If you want to change the font size, you can do that by click on the font, and I'm going to search for Century Gothic, this one, and I'm going to use the font 11 and hit OK. Hit OK, and I will find that this one is, the font is changed for now. Okay, in the same way we have to do for the second one. So I want to change this one to employee details. Third one to change the text, and I want to change this one to delete employee, hit enter and click on OK. Now the tags for this, the name for this has been changed, and after this I'm going to change the font size for this. Click on this and click on this one and select 11 and hit OK. So now the size is much bigger and looking better than before. So I'm going to start this and let's see if this works or not. So click on employee and here you can see this one is looking better and the changes are now visible over here. So now we have to add this stuff over this. So now I'm going to open this, and by clicking on this we have to add the stuff over this one. So I'm going to minimize this, and first thing what we have to do is we have to add few labels. So I'm going to add the label, drag and drop it. So here you can see this, the label is actually in the Century Gothic format. Why this is because while I have opened this collection, let me just find that. While I have opened this and I have changed the font for this tab 1, so that's why whatever I paste inside this label is by default in the Century Gothic font and the size is 11 by default. Okay, so I hope you understand. So I'm going to change this one to ID like this. After this we have to put one more label, so I'm going to copy this and paste it, and what I'm going to set is I'm going to set a dash 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 and hit enter, and I'm going to increase the font of this one to 18 and hit OK, and after this I'm going to change the color for this one to red. Okay, so I will explain this later why I'm doing this. Okay, this is for ID and this is going to be fetched from the database, visible over here. So after this what we have to do is we have to add few more labels with the text boxes. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here like this, and we need actually 4 labels and 4 text boxes in this row. Okay, so that's why I'm going to copy this 4 times and I'm going to paste these 4 times. So 3, and finally we need one more, so 4. We will adjust these later. First I'm going to change the text of these labels. So I'm going to change this one to name, this one to mobile number, and this one to gender, and this one to email ID. Okay, so now these all stuff are ready. After this what we need is we need text boxes. So I'm going to drag the text boxes. I'm going to use this Guna 2 text boxes. So I'm going to place this, and we need 3 actually. Okay, so this one size is quite large as compared to this one. So I'm going to copy the size of this one. Okay, so now the size is decreased. After this I need one combo box for this one, for gender actually. I'm going to drag this, and finally we need one more text box. So copy paste. The size is quite increased, that's why I'm going to decrease this one. Oh sorry, like this, paste 236. Okay, so now next thing what we have to do is we have to stretch these text boxes a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do that by pressing the serial key and selecting all these stuff, and I'm going to stretch this. Okay, so let me copy the size of these text boxes from our complete project. So click on this, copy the size 331 and 36, move back over here, go to size, click on this, paste and hit enter. So now you can see the text box is now large enough and it's looking better. So now I'm going to move these all text boxes a little bit on the right side, and after this what we have to do is we have to actually remove the border from the 3 sides. So how to do that? Just select all the text boxes, and after this we have to search for the style, and here we'll find this, it is default. So I'm going to change this one to material, and when I change that, here you can see there's the text box from 3 sides is removed. The border from the text box from the 3 sides is removed. Now this one is looking better. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually increase the font size of these all text boxes. So I'm going to select this and increase the font and fog color for these all. So I'm going to select the fog color first, click on custom and black. It means that whatever is written inside these text boxes are in black color. If you change this one to red, that anything you write inside these text boxes will be in the red color. Okay. So after this, what we have to do is we have to change the font. So select this, click on this, and select 11 by selecting Century Gothic. I'm going to use this and click on OK. And now the size is also changed. After this, what we need is we need few more text box and labels. So I'm going to copy this by selecting these two and paste it like this. I need two, that's why I'm going to copy and paste this one 2 times. So first thing, we need username. Change this one to this label to username and this one to password, and we need one button. So I'm going to drag one button. So I'm going to use the Guna 2 button. So I'm going to drag and drop it over here. And after this, we have to change few properties of this button. So first thing, I'm going to change this one to register. Change the text first, and after this, what we have to do is we have to actually change the fill color. So I need this one of white color, and whatever written inside this one, that is the fog color, I need this one needs to be black. And after this, I need border. So I'm going to select that border radius. Okay, so border thickness first, 1. And after this border style, change this one to dash. And we need border radius to 26. Or you can increase this one if you want. I'm going to use 28 for now. No, it's 28. Okay, so this one is looking better. Let me minimize this a little bit. Decrease the size of this button. After this, okay, so we left a lot of space over here, so I'm going to drag these all stuff a little bit on the right side. Okay, and we have to move these all stuff also on a little bit of the light side. Okay, so now this is better. Okay, so after this, what we have to do is we have to change one state, one property of this button. So that is nothing but we select for that button mode, actually button mode, change this one to toggle button. Okay, after this, what we have to do is we have to change the check the state for this one. So when I click on this, what I want is when I click on this, the color of this button needs to be changed, and the for color, that is the register written, also needs to be changed. So for that, what I have to do is I have to change the for color, sorry, fill color. So I'm going to write the color code for this one, 0, 118, something like 2 to 6, I guess. Oh yeah, 0118, 2 to 6. And after this, what is the for color? For color is the text written inside that. I want to change that one to white when I click on that button. So you have to change this state. And after this, let me increase the font size because this register is written in very small size. So I'm going to change the font for now. Search for font, click on this, select 12 or 11 and bold. Okay, so now this one is looking better. Now start this, and now let me check that when I click on that button, the color changed or not. Click on this, and here you can see this. When I click on this, now the color changes. Okay, so this one is looking better. So here you can observe this one is looking, these all stuff are looking not that much nice because these are little closer to everyone, so each other. So I'm going to make a space between these all stuff. So I'm going to just make a space, and I'm going to increase the size of these text boxes too. Okay, so let me close this. Let me move back over here. Now I'm going to put some space. So I'm going to move this one a little bit upside or in the left side like this. This one too. After this, we have to put the mobile on the proper position. After this, we have to put this gender on the proper position and with the space. Okay, so this one is looking better, and the same way we have to do for the email. So now here you can observe everything is in the proper position. A little bit we have to move this one upside, and this too. With the help of keyboard you can do the same. First I'm going to do one stuff. By selecting all the text boxes, I'm going to increase the size of these text boxes like this by pressing the serial key. And now these text boxes are stretched, and now I'm going to move these on the proper position like this. And I'm going to move this one too with a little bit of space, and after this I'm going to move this button a little bit on the downside like this. Okay, after this I'm going to set the placeholder text for these all text boxes. So I'm going to, here you can see this, either you can set it from here, or you can just right click and go to properties, and in properties you will find a placeholder text. Let me search for that. Here you can see this. Here you can write the same thing. I'm going to write enter full name, hit enter. In this one placeholder text I'm going to write enter contact number. In this one I'm going to write enter email ID. In this one I'm going to write enter username. And in this one enter password. And you can observe that, let me start this and let me show you. When I log in and when I click on employee, everything is fine and it's looking better. So what you can see is when I write something inside this password, everything is in the plain character. But what I want is whatever I write inside this password text box, I want that needs to be in the star format. So how to do that? For that, just click on this and search for password char. Here you can see this. Right click and go to properties. In properties you will find password char. You have to mention star and hit enter. Now whatever you write inside this text box will be in the star format. Let me just log in, and here you can see this. I'm going to write anything. Everything is in the star format, and when I try to copy this, you cannot copy text from a password field, or you cannot cut this text. Okay, so it means that this one is secure for now. So now everything for this employee registration is done, and our registrate button is also working. One thing is remaining, that we haven't set the text for this gender. So I'm going to copy the text for this gender from our complete project. Okay, so let me close this. By default this is available, so click on this, and you have to select the items, and we have to add the item inside this. So I'm moving back to our complete project and click on this. I'm going to copy this from here, so male, female and other. So cancel, move back over here, and I'm going to paste this. You can manually write this male, female and other. You can write other stuff too if you want. So now start this, and you will find that in the gender we have these all available. Okay, so let me log in, click on employee, and you can see this. When I click on this, the options are available and we can select. Okay, so now I'm going to design for this employee details. Here you can see this one is completed, and I'm going to design for this employee details. So let me close this, move back to the employee details. So designing part of this tab is done. So in employee details I've clicked on employee details, and here you can see this. Now new page is opened. So first thing what we have to do is we have to add one label. So I'm going to copy the label from here, from this one actually. I'm going to copy this, move back over here, click on this, paste it, okay. So I'm going to paste it by selecting this one. I'm going to paste this, click on this and change the text. So this is not customer detail, this is employee detail. So I'm going to change that customer to employee. Hit enter. So now this one is right, and we have to place this one on the center of this. And after this, we need to just place one data grid view. So I'm going to drag one data grid view. I'm going to use this Guna to data grid view. So drag and drop it and paste it like this, place it like this, and I'm going to maximize this to the entire screen. And in the same way we have to do in the below side like this. Okay, after this we have to change one property of this data grid view. What that is, we have to change the border style. Just select this border style and fix 3D, and now start this and let's see if this one looks like nice or not. Login, move back to employee, click on this, and here you can see this one is in the better position and everything is looking nice. This one is a little bit on the right side, so I'm going to move this one a little bit left. And finally the designing of this one is also done. We have to design for the delete employee. We're remaining with that. Let me move this one a little bit on the left side. Okay, so now this one is done. And finally we have to design for the delete employee. So click on this delete employee and new tab will be open. Just click on this, and after this what we have to do is we have to add one label and one text box and one detail grid view with one button. So I'm going to add one label. So drag and drop it, change the label to ID. After this I need one text box. So I'm going to use this Guna to text box, just drag and drop it over here. I'm going to maximize this like this. First thing, I'm going to change the font of this one. Select the font, click on this, change this one to 11 and hit OK. Change the font color, so change this one to black. And after this what I'm going to change is I'm going to change the style. Select the style, change this one to material, and finally this one is looking better. And I'm going to set the placeholder text for this one. So search for placeholder text in the properties. So I'm going to search that. I'm going to write enter ID. Okay, so this one is looking better. And after this I'm going to move back over here and I'm going to copy this button and move back to this delete employee and paste it over here and change the text of this one to delete. I'm going to change this one to and I'm going to change the check the state or hover state over this. So let me search for that. I'm going to change the hover state for now. When I hover, I want to change this one to fill color to red and text needs to be black. Okay, so that will be fine. Okay, so let me start this and let's see if that works or not. So when you copy a button which is already, you have changed a few properties of that button, then the copied button also come up with that same property. Here you can see this registered button. I have already shown you that I have changed the property. When I click on this, the background color needs to be changed like this one. And here you can observe that I have also copied that button, and when I click on this, the color is changed, and when I hover over it, the color is changed red. Okay, this is better. And we have to add one more small stuff, that is nothing but I want to add one data grid view inside this. So I'm going to use that data grid view. I'm going to use the Guna to data grid view, drag and drop it over here. And after this what we have to do is we have to just maximize this like this till the end of this tab, and then below 2, right click, go to properties, and we have to change one properties, that is nothing but border style. Change this one to fix 3D and this will look better. Now start this and let's see if these all stuff look better or not. Let me log in, click on employee, This one is fine. This one. Okay, so we have left this one on the left side and this one is on the proper position. Whatever we write inside this is in the black color. Okay, so this one is looking better. Okay, so we have left this one on the left side. Okay, so select this and stretch this like this. Okay, now start this. Let me log in. Click on employee, and here you can see this. Everything is on the place and working fine and looking better. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to backend code for these all tabs. And if you really enjoyed coding with me, please subscribe and share with your friends. And please follow us on Instagram so that you can directly contact us and we resolve your all problems over there. Thanks for watching.